I think I'm just actually going to still continue to work on training this infusion skill up right now. I think I'll just jump right back onto this, perhaps. Because I just really want to see that hit, like, at least 72 sometime soon. Because at least once I get that, I can start trying to harvest Pixons and Dustopia. So I might do a bit of that, but I could maybe ultimately just stick to the Abyss since I can use the Diamond Bull there, and it's probably going to be a bit safer because I can just use the Diamond Bull and thus basically just scoop up the Pixons in one right click and not have to do it like in two, or three or four or five. Even then with my healing stabs, I should still probably be okay on Dystopia regardless. I think I'm actually just going to give Dystopia a shot once my armor is basically fully repaired and I have 72 infusion. Just to see how hard it might actually be to harvest the infusion stones there. Might not be that bad, actually. I mean, if I can clear out most of the mobs near my portal, then that should already help. And with the healing stabs, I'm definitely going to be able to do that. It's just, I wonder how hard it is going to be to actually spot those Pixons, because I wonder if they're just going to blend in well with the ground again. Yeah, at least with the Abyss, the Pixons really stand out. It looks like I'm just finding plenty of spare blocks and coins and tokens to pick up earlier. Must have not had inventory space to pick them up. And they're 78 in innervation, but I'm just trying to find the Pixons right now and get the infusion level up. Because I'm basically one level away from being able to actually now go to Dystopia to hunt my Pixons down there. And then that will basically mean I have another type of infusion stone to work with. And specifically, that's going to be the one that lets me get Luck of the Sea onto my fishing rod. So I'm basically one level away from being able to start trying to get Luck of the Sea at this point. I haven't even realized I've already walked like 1,600 blocks north. I'm basically just randomly walking around and just seeing whatever Pixons show up, and now I'm like 1,600 blocks away from spawn again. Oh, there's like 3 Pixons not too far from one another. Give me those. I see another one down there. It's official, we're now pretty far from spawn. We're kind of far away from 0-0 at this point. But I'm certainly finding a lot of Pixons right now. I've certainly had trips where I just found far fewer on average than what I'm finding now. Oh wow, 3 more Pixons. Okay, I'm actually already halfway to level 72 infusion. Hasn't even been 15 minutes in here. This is already going by so quickly. There we go. Now those are all cleared out. Okay, maybe I'm probably going to start actually heading back towards spawn soon, because I've already gone out far enough at this point. Then again, I think I could have probably just done the infusion training the same way anyways, without having to travel so far out. Uh-oh. Now I'm cornered. And now Web Reaper's aggroing me. Oh god, now 2 Web Reapers are aggroing me. I still have, like, Distorters just pulling me around. I still have, like, Distorters just pulling me towards them now. Okay, we're gonna make it out. Okay, we're safe. Yeah, that's what happens when I try and go back towards spawn, apparently. Oh, hi there, Shido again. Kuroji Shido, it is. I'm just trying to make sure I can just keep a safe distance from most of the mobs here. Because I ended up in a pretty nasty encounter. I got piled on by a Distorter on a Bloodsucker, and then not too long after, 2 Web Reapers started shooting at me. I could have died pretty easily there, especially once you add the Web Reapers into the mix. So I kind of have to make sure I'm not just in immediate danger. So, Kuroji Shitudo. And yeah, these are the Web Reapers I was talking about earlier. Yeah, that's how hard they can hit you even through good armor. Hence why they're so deadly. Let me guess, the Chargers killed you? Then again, there are plenty of overworld mobs that can just leave you in terrible shape if you're just basically starting out your playthrough. I'd advise just finding whatever you can as a viable food source. Like, say, try and find some, just get as much wheat as possible, and if you're lucky, maybe try and stumble into a village and get some carrots. So I try and just recommend bringing a food source down underground with you, so you can just basically start a farm there, and basically just find materials underground so you can actually make yourself good armor. And then you kind of just go from there. That or you just build yourself a shelter as soon as humanly possible, connect it to a mine shaft, and then kind of just work from there. I also wouldn't recommend going into open caves right away unless you actually have somewhat decent gear, because there's mobs down there too that can try and kill you. So I definitely try and get myself some starting gear if I was in your position. And going underground, making your own tunnels is generally the safest way to do that. So yeah, my boots really don't have much durability left. I will have to definitely repair those before making any more trips. I'm definitely going to want to have armor in like good condition before attempting to go back to Dystopia. I'd hate to lose an armor piece there. That could possibly get me killed if it happened. So I might have to get some more repair dust sooner or later at this rate. I guess I'll take those gold coins, those will help. Okay, so you're actually having like a somewhat easy time surviving in a roof forest. I never really tried to build a shelter there. It's usually a little too dark for my liking. I usually tend to just prefer like wide open spaces to build stuff. But I guess at least with that, you'll have trees to hide behind for cover if it comes to that. I mean, the trees you can hide behind are pretty big, so you'll have that going for you at least. It shouldn't be that much longer before I'm just going to leave the Abyss again. So I think it's safe to say we're going to have been in here for almost 30 minutes. And that's going to have basically gotten us the experience we need to just level up Infusion to 72. So about like a little under 30 minutes, we just got Infusion 72. Then I can start going to Dystopia and training the skill there. And basically just get the next type of Infusion Stone. We're going to be getting out of here in no time, basically. I just always found it tedious to just place all the ice blocks down that you need to place to make that road. So I've seen what it looks like, and I assume people do it because it's faster than walking. I just find it a little too tedious to place down every single ice block for that road to actually work. And I do have a set of armor equipped right now that just makes me run faster. And I always do have another idea if I just want to make like a certain corridor, like let you have the speed effect while you're traveling down it. I'd have to briefly step into another dimension to just show you what that looks like. $72 in infusion. It's okay, I get it still. Right, there go all the bloodsuckers. Oh, good news, Sweaty. I just hit 72 infusion. I can now start training this skill in Dystopia and just get the next type of infusion stone. I'm pretty sure they're called the Radiant Infusion Stones. I can now access those. Thus, I can now get Luck of the Sea onto my fishing rod by using the infusion skill. In fact, I should be able to get Luck of the Sea 5 right now as soon as I get my first Radiant Power Stone. And yes, Sweaty also has, like, I don't know if it's still ongoing, but he did do a video series also on Advent of Ascension. I'm pretty sure he was able to kill every boss much quicker than I was able to. Then again, like, he was actually focusing on just killing all the bosses before, like, I was. I was just focusing on actually trying to get every item, which does include killing all the bosses multiple times. Some of which it's a real grind just to actually get to fight the boss in certain dimensions. So we're almost home free, basically. And if I'm not mistaken, Sweaty has already defeated every boss in this mod, like, at least once. Including, like, the 2 hardest boss fights. And for what I've seen, Primordial 5 is definitely going to be, like, likely the hardest of the bosses I'd have to fight. Especially if I stay on the current version of Advent Ascension I have now and don't update to, like, 3.2. From what I've seen, a shield is basically required to do the fight. That you somehow just have to get out of, like, 2 of the Primordials, like, attack range. So they don't just keep teleporting on top of you. I guess I'll combine the durabilities on these quickly. From what I've seen, 5th phase is just as bad with Okazor also teleporting to nearby players. That plus he also hits harder, and when he does hit you, there's a small chance he can actually full heal. He has like 1,250 health, and he could just full heal at any time during the fight if he hits you. Oh, and then there's also Cotton Candor, whom you can only damage with certain elemental staves. Who is also apparently one of the deadliest bosses in Advent Ascension if you're ill-equipped to fight it. Voxulon also sounds like he's going to be a tough one, from what I've seen, too. He teleports to nearby players, hits pretty hard. You're going to have to either bring hazmat armor or that face mask into the fight. Highly recommend you use the face mask, even though it's got pretty low durability, so there's a good chance it could break on you in the middle of the fight, which that would likely just end your fight for sure. Alright, so let's just use up these infusion stones now and just get a bit more experience. Maybe we'll get some power stones, but I don't really need them at this point. They'll be nice to have, but they won't be that necessary. So now I'm halfway to level 73 in Infusion, which is nice. I have full durability with Unbreaking 3. The face mask could last the fight against Voxulon. But build an enclosed area around the altar to basically prevent mobs from spawning or wandering in. I was probably going to just half-slab the area surrounding the Voxelon altar anyways. And I'm likely going to do the same for Primordial 5. If it's really as hard as it sounds. Slabbing essentially being placing half-slabs everywhere along the floors to prevent mobs from spawning. So yeah, mobs cannot spawn on these blocks. I also basically did a shit ton of half-slabbing to just beat the XY minigame as well. And it certainly reduced how many mobs appeared. Which mods do I use? I'm using a gravestone mod, so whenever I die, a gravestone appears. And I basically need to just walk up to it and shift click, claim my stuff back. I still have to get back to the gravestone mod and not die in the process, and my stuff is still basically stuck there until I just retrieve it. I can't even imagine how many times over that gravestone mod has saved me in this playthrough. Other than that, and some coordinates mod that just puts them on the top left screen and doesn't force me to just use F3 every time I want to see where I am in the world. That's basically all I'm using. And of course, Advent of Ascension itself. Advent of Ascension, like 2 quality of life mods, basically. That's basically it. So I need repair dust at this point. So what I'm going to probably want to do now is just pull out these shulker boxes and put some copper coins into them. And then bring them to a nearby banker. I'll probably keep some silver coins to buy rosite ingots if I need to do so. I might want to buy some more of these. So I'll keep some silver coins handy for that. Or I could just always sell some of my amethyst for silver coins and then buy the stuff I need with that. I guess I could do that instead. And then I guess it's going to be time to just bring these coins on over to a banker, and then basically just convert them all to gold coins, so I can then buy the repair dust with those. Because these are all coins of a lower tier than gold. I think I'm actually going to try and go to the Shirelands now, because I think there might be a banker that's even closer than the banker in Lalicia. So I think I'm going to go here to do my banking. Let me try this. So I'm going to just hop on the portal and basically walk straight north and see if the banker's still where I think he is. There's one right here, actually. So yeah, I have an idea. I'm probably going to try and just build a sort of shelter for him to just stay in. So we can basically just do our trading there. Except now I need to lead him on in here, and he's just more interested in wandering off. And I didn't bring a boat or anything. So he can just start walking through me at any moment now. That I can also build a tunnel that leads straight to this guy as well. Just so we can basically make sure we never lose track of him again. Because I could just technically always come here now if I want to do my banking. And if I also build like a ceiling of sorts to just basically keep us both like sort of boxed in here so nothing can actually come after us, then I can basically just use this as a place to just basically do my banking from now on. I can basically just convert all my coins in here. I don't quite know when I'm actually going to hit level 90 innovation. It's still probably a far ways away, most likely. Alright, KOS just sent me something on Discord. I think I have time to check. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna get attacked or anything. I mean, I've boxed myself in, basically. So it doesn't look like anything can kill me right now. I boxed myself and this banker in, so we can basically just swap coins here without the possibility of getting attacked by any mobs while doing so. Yep, he sent me something on Discord, alright. Hopefully it's something good. Hopefully it's good news. P-Balloon segment in the second to final level. This being Annex of Castle. Most frustrating shit he's made. The P-Balloon segment that has the fastest fuck bullet bills from... Well, the hack has fast bullet bills. Okay, so it actually has the bullet bills in it, and I'm assuming you took those out for the OSE version. I hope that it doesn't also have all those boos on screen as well. I hope we don't also have the screen full of boos while I'm trying to just use a power balloon, because how are you actually going to do that? Like, if you have to navigate across a screen full of boos, I wonder how that's even going to be feasible. It's as frustrating as that Sunken Ghost Ship level that I didn't beat without just flying over with a cape. Except in Luigi's Adventure, like the original Luigi's Adventure, you don't have capes at all. So it's basically something to not look forward to then. So it's second to final level I might not be able to beat, possibly. If I at least get that far, it's still something. I mean, so far I still have at least made it to World 9 in that. Okay, at least there's no booze, but I'm guessing there's bullet bills there. Like the fast bullet bills you're not going to be able to dodge, like at all, if you just have one spawn like right next to you. Because I'm aware that with the P-Balloon your movement's slowed down. Right, all these boxes are now empty, that's good. So we're basically almost done with the whole coin conversion thing here. I think I might just come here from now on since it's actually a bit closer than the banker in Lalicia. That plus I could always opt to just make a tunnel that leads straight here, just to make getting here and back even easier. Now then, let's get our gold coins from this. Still wish I would have had more gold coins than 27, but it's better than nothing. Okay, I just found another Stimulosis. Now let me just get my weapon out so I can actually fight these guys. Found another Stimulosis. I don't even know how I keep finding these guys. Pardon me, I'm gonna probably have to take the other mobs out first, otherwise this guy will just quickly heal. Like, this guy just doubles his health every 10 seconds, and he starts with a lot of health, so I don't want to have to fight too many mobs at once, so I can just focus all my efforts on killing the Stimulosis, basically. Otherwise, it'll just regenerate health way too fast if I can't just basically pool all my efforts into taking it out. So I kind of gotta just take him out first. And now I need to start running the right way. I want to start running this way so I can actually leave Shirelands. It looks like a mob spawner, I don't remember which kind it is. Arc Wizards. So I can fight those, but I guess maybe just move on to something else then? Something easier? If you're gonna get that frustrated over it. Or maybe better yet, just get me to do it and get my reaction. I kind of want to have more gold coins than just that. So I do have an idea. I could always start to just sell off my amethyst for silver coins. I think I'm going to sell some of this off. I could also maybe sell off a couple of sapphires. But I think I'll probably hold on to those. Those are much rarer. I'll probably just try and sell the amethyst off for silver coins. Yep, here's another Shire Blaster. And another extra Shirelands Realm Stone to basically just sell off too. So I'm looking at like 15 more gold coins at least right here. Just thinking, what else could I maybe just sell off that's not too hard to replace? I mean, I sold off almost all my amethyst at this point. I'll see if that metalloid is buying sapphires, the one I just went to earlier. I'll probably bring him a sapphire and try and sell it to him. See if he buys it. See if he actually will offer to take it off my hands, because if he does, that's 3 gold coins from it. I can buy it for 5 gold coins, and I can sell it for 3. I'm selling one. So I'll bring my coins back to the Shire Banker so I can just turn them into gold coins. And then I'll basically have what I need to get 15 more repair dust. Because I'm basically spending fewer gold coins per single repair dust if I just buy 15 at a time. For 50. Hence why I'm trying to just quickly get the 50 gold coins right now. Okay, the banker's still in here. Thought he might have just wandered off or something. Then how else was I supposed to be trading in these coins if he's just going to wander off? I have 19 gold coins. What gives? Oh, actually, no, that's still good. I think I have like 32 gold coins just actually sitting in my overworld stash. I have 32 gold coins sitting in my overworld base. If I played it, I didn't actually get to that point in the original version yet. In the OSC, I'm imagining it's just way easier. So that's going to be enough gold coins to buy my 15 repair dusts. Then I can repair my armor and basically go straight back into just exploring. No, it's not this guy, it's the guy in that house there. It's this guy. Now I can repair my armor. So I basically just burnt through my stash of amethyst for the most part. Just to get these gold coins as quickly as possible without having to go anywhere else for them. I'll probably also just quickly get these used up so they're no longer in my inventory. So then I can finally repair my speed armor. I think I'll also just quickly repair my pickaxe while I'm at it. That too could use a repair, so I'll do that too. Might need more blaze rods sooner or later at this point. Again, I think we're starting to run short. And we're also running short on rosite. Gonna have to either find some in the overworld, do some foraging, or just buy some at this point. And we're running out of that too, basically. Running short on rosite, it looks like. That fixes that. Then one more thing to repair quickly. And now I can go and do some more exploring. Our armor's fully repaired. So I have one stone bowl. I'm gonna go to Dystopia like this and just see how this goes. Just see how the hunt for Pixons goes in Dystopia. If it goes good, bad, or just horrible. So go for the airship and not, like, the secret level past Tortoise Empire 1. Got it. So let's get some night vision potions out so I can see in Dystopia, otherwise I'll be basically running in there, like, blind. It's that dark in Dystopia. Get a gravitator. Oh, now I remember. There's mobs that just fling you up into the air. So this is to basically protect myself from those. Yeah, I just remember now there are mobs that are going to throw you up into the air periodically. So that's the deal with them. I was just about to go in there and not remember that until you just brought up that bring a gravitator. Yeah, the stevias exist. And the gravitator is basically going to be to protect myself against those. Well, more like protect myself against fall damage. Well then, wow. I just step outside my house and this happens. I literally just step outside my house to see this. That's the middle of the night we're talking about. Now excuse me while I try and just sort this out. I just lost the front door to my house. I need to just try and put it back. Let me sort this out and then I'm going to Dystopia. Then we'll go to Dystopia after all this is sorted out. So what exactly just got blown up? We're missing that. Let me put this here and that... Does that look like it even fits? Metal of the night. No. Windows? Please don't. Metal of the night. Okay, it's just my item frames I need to put back now. And I gotta put back my front door. And I gotta replace my armor stand. Okay, I have an armor stand. Let's just basically put it back. Then put the armor back on it. That was supposed to be there. And not in my inventory. See, if I lived in a glass house, we wouldn't have had this problem. So, now I need a new front door, basically. I don't think I should just leave it like this. It's probably not going to be safe to leave it as such. Let's just get that front door back up. See if I have any oak wood left over. It doesn't really look like it. I'd then just put, like, doors there, basically. So just give me time to basically replace my front door. I wasn't expecting this to happen at all. I don't have any oak wood here. I don't want to just put, like, different wood type, and it's just gonna look wrong if I do that. I guess I can grow myself that oak tree. Maybe I'll have to grow myself a second, so I'll get 2 saplings out. I want to just go to Dystopia straight away, but now I gotta basically replace my front door. Ideally, I won't have to get that many oak logs to just do the repair job. Alright, should be done sooner or later. I think I need to just quickly get one more oak log from somewhere, so I'll just plant another tree for that. So that was certainly the last thing that I was expecting to have happen on my way to just going to Dystopia. Basically just have my front door blown off. Where did I keep my axe? Just so I can actually cut down the tree faster. I'm pretty sure none of you were expecting to see me have my front door blown off. And I'll have, like... Okay, I'm actually gonna have 2 spare front doors. I'll make it a double door like the one on the other side. And then I'll just put these doors away for later use, basically. Well, there we go. We got our doors back. And these leaves are just gonna basically decay by themselves anyways. Well, we got our doors back. Okay, that was actually very silly. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's still probably plenty of mobs just running around here that I'm gonna have to fight, basically. So once I drink this potion and go into the portal, I'll have to get ready to basically fight for my life, from what I remembered seeing. I'm gonna throw that out to the side, because I'm probably never gonna need it. Okay, let's actually go to Dystopia. I was supposed to be going in here sooner, but things just happen sometimes. Oh, so I can't look at this thing's face, otherwise it's just gonna send me flying. So I basically need to figure out where all the mobs are, so I can keep a distance from them, so they don't just wreck me, basically. Yeah, this is the thing that sends you flying whenever you look at it. Looks like I basically kind of have control over these guys now. Oh, those are leaves you break. Those are leaves. Trying to make sure I just have control over this situation here. Because there are certainly a lot of mobs around here. I don't want them to just basically group up on me. Alright, there's this guy now. I got some dawn logs and some dawnwood planks that look like they're almost completely black. These are some really darkly colored blocks, I think it's safe to say. Just so this portal's a bit more visible. Okay, so there was still one of those just roaming around. So let's go wandering around and looking for Pixons now. Once I get the rest of these guys off my back, I guess I can do that. So let's go look for Pixons. Now that Zerg Rush is basically over. So let's just see how hard a task this is going to be to find Pixons and fight for my life in here. Yeah, these Pixons kind of blend in with the ground. I was hoping it wasn't going to be like this. But at least I'll still be able to hear the things. I'll turn this up to 9 render distance. And we'll just basically see what's going to happen from here. I don't think I should travel too... okay. I'm going to try and just get away from whatever's going on there. I'll probably just have to hold shift and sneak away. Yeah, there's a mob in Dystopia that basically just makes you move in all sorts of random directions when you're next to it. That must have been what was happening there. So I had to just hold shift and sneak to basically get away from them. Yeah, I think it's safe to say the Pixons in the Abyss are going to be like a lot easier to spot than the ones here. At least the Pixons make noise, so if I hear something, I know I'm near one, I can just go look for it. Other than that, I could easily miss several Pixons, because they'll probably just blend in well with the rest of the scenery. So I have 1 Radiant Infusion Stone. I probably could have actually gotten at least 2 from the other Pixon I just found earlier. And I just forgot I wasn't using the Diamond Bowl. Since I can only just start hunting down these other Pixons in Dystopia now, I need to gain like 10 more levels to be able to use the Diamond Bowl on them instead. I don't remember what mob was here. Don't know if I should get close enough to try and find out. Honestly, this should be in my hotbar somewhere. Just so I can get a better look from up here and see what's around me. For the most part, it looks like you're pretty safe up on top of one of those trees. So yeah, I should definitely have the gravitator somewhere in the hotbar. Yeah, these things are actually pitch black, these Pixons right here. So they're going to be kind of tough to spot because the ground's already a pretty darkish gray color. Once my night vision basically wears off, I need to drink another potion or I'm basically going to be like completely unable to see for the most part. Because it's actually very dark in Dystopia without the night vision. Here's some more Slendermen. That's because they look basically almost exactly like Slendermen, but they have more arms. Those guys are actually called Stalkers in the Advent of Ascension wiki, but as far as I'm concerned, they're basically Slenderman clones. They're tall, dark, have this blank, expressionless face, and when you look at them, your screen covers with static. That sounds like the Slenderman, alright. I'm gonna have to get myself that night vision potion in the hotbar as soon as possible. Yeah, this is what Dystopia actually looks like. You can still see a bit, but you're just much better off actually having the night vision potion going. It's just so much harder to see without it. And not having it basically just puts you at a disadvantage. I mean, I really want to be able to see clearly, because even then I could still probably miss those Pixons, because they just blend pretty well in with the ground. Except I need to be able to find them still, but I'm not really seeing too many at all. I haven't even seen that many Pixons anywhere. Then again, I'm probably going to have a harder time just spotting them from far away because of their color scheme and how they blend in with the ground. Okay, I just spotted one. Yeah, that static's pretty hard to see through, let me tell you right now. I don't know how I'm going to keep spotting these. It was certainly a lot easier to find these in the Abyss. They really didn't. They really just stood out. Okay, I see another Pix on here. Let me start grabbing from this. Not even sure how many stones I'm gonna get by the end of this trip because I'm not finding too many Pixons. Then again, the ones in the Abyss are just a lot easier to spot. Okay, I was honestly expecting Dystopia to be, like, even deadlier than this. I was thinking with all those mobs I saw earlier, it was probably going to be even worse, but you still shouldn't sleep on this dimension whatsoever. And you should still definitely have a gravitator in your hotbar at all times. You just never know when you could get sent flying in the air by a bunch of Distivas, so you definitely want to carry one of these to just prevent yourself from taking too much fall damage. That's probably easily one of the more annoying mobs, possibly one of the deadlier ones too. The one that just spawns like 4 more creatures when it dies. Not quite sure what's up here. I'd like to get a closer look at that tower, but it might be a bit dangerous to do so. I really shouldn't stay in one place for too long. Things like this could just happen if I stay in one place for too long. A bunch of mobs just find me and start following me, basically. I don't know how to exactly get up there without just using Rosedons. Well, I bet it's still probably some hunter mob I just can't fight yet, also. I'm probably just gonna keep running. I'm probably not gonna stay in one place for too long. It's probably not a good idea. Let's put my copper coins away for now, since I got plenty of these right now as it is already. Oh, another one of these. Two of them. Now that's 8 little guys on the ground that are just gonna chase after me. There's 8 guys on the ground here now. Now there's this guy also in the mix. Just need to do some crowd control here at this point. That probably explains why I got as many copper coins as I did so quickly. Oh, nice, another Pixon. And I'm not even that far away from level 73 infusion at this point. It's just if I could find more of these, if I could find these easier, then it would be even better training. It's a lot easier to spot the Pixons in the Abyss. But these Radiant Power Stones I actually have a use for. The Shining ones, not so much. Must have placed these torches down a while ago. There's a shulker box. Let me grab that. There's this shulker box I thought I'd never find again. Ow. Well, I'm gonna have to fight these guys for it. Oh, one of my old shulker boxes. Turns out I was actually sitting here this whole time. I don't even know. I have no idea how many live streams ago I just left it there. And now it looks like I just found it again. Yay, my old shulker box. I don't quite know what's going on in this tower here. Maybe I don't want to find out the hard way. I'm wondering what's in here. I'm wondering which mob that is. I know I can't kill them. I know I definitely can't get them. I'll probably look this up later. All I know is I cannot fight them right now at all. My hunter level's not high enough to kill whatever those are. Oh, there's 3 of these on me now, really? They're not gonna go away. They're just not gonna go away. I just know it. I'm just gonna have to basically run for it. '73 infusion, nice. Now I'm starting to find plenty of these Pixons, and also plenty of trouble while we're at it. Can I get away? Can I even get away or not? Can I get away? I think I'm just gonna have to run for it at this point. I might just have to basically run. Not even get the whole Pixon. Might be too dangerous to try and just harvest it. That is, if I can even still see it. Like, it's just really hard to keep track of it. It's just, like, almost impossible to keep track of this thing. Because it's just constantly moving around. I can never just get time to even really look. You can never get any time to even stop to so much as look. Like, it's just too dangerous to stay in one place to actually look at anything. Like, you just have to keep moving. Like, you basically just gotta keep running. You have no choice. You have to keep moving. That or just kill all these mobs here. I guess I'll just take all these guys out. Maybe now I can try and finally find that Pixon again. Now those guys are all dead, maybe now I can look for it. Just maybe. Just maybe. Maybe I can find it. There we go. Just got one more infusion stone out of that. All that for 1 extra infusion stone. Data Valus, welcome back. I'm still kind of trying to stay alive here. This is another dimension that it's certainly manageable to survive here, but it's late game for a reason, and even if you have like really good gear, I still wouldn't sleep on this dimension at all. This is a dimension I still wouldn't sleep on. Not to mention it's really dark unless you have a night vision potion going like I have right now. I think it's safe to say this is probably up there for one of the harder dimensions for me. We have mobs that throw you up in the air, which if you look at their faces. We have mobs that cover your screen with a static effect, just like the Slender Man does, if you look into their faces. We have this that just splits into 4 more enemies when it dies. This splits into 4 more guys on death. In case the other mobs don't sound like difficult enough. Have I got a checklist? I never really managed it because the checklist would just be that big. Haven't really stopped to look to see just how much stuff I have either. Yeah, currently this is what it looks like with night vision going. I have not really stopped to make a checklist yet, as it is. There's probably something else up there, but I don't quite know what it is. I have to maybe try and get like a link of some sort. I'd actually have to make like a full on checklist first. Well, I can't fight these guys either. It's not even close to doing what an Elytra lets you do, but it's still just a very useful item to have. I'd actually have to make a full-on checklist first. I had one running, but I never really bothered to update it because I just knew it was going to be that big. I don't think I'm going to have all the items without having the list first. Like, I'm probably going to miss something unless I just take time to list it all. Because the mod really is that big. There's also some mobs up here that are also related to the Hunter skill that I currently can't damage because, again, I don't have that level requirement right now. Gravitator and Fireworks, does it work? I never tried that. I'm willing to bet like it doesn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd have to put the Fireworks in my offhand if I even wanted to try that out, because I have to hold the Gravitator to use its effect. It's not like something you just equip like the Elytra. That's basically what we're looking at here. I'd actually have to spawn the Wither in and see. I mean, I could always do that on a creative mode world. If you do a bunch of jump crits, he probably should go down relatively quickly. I'd actually have to try this out myself. That looks like a village right here. Yup, we're back at Dystopia, since I can now train Infusion here. 3 gold coins for a Rosite Ingot. That's a terrible deal, because you can just buy Rosite for 10 silver coins apiece from a Metalloid. To be specific, it's like 6 times more expensive than just buying this from a Metalloid. Right now I'm getting sent flying again. Don't really have anything to buy from those villagers at the moment, so I'm probably just gonna pass on that for now. I mean, I mainly came here for the Pixons. I got like 43 infusion stones so far. I'd like to find more than that. I definitely want to find more than just 43 of these stones. Because I really just want to have that shot at turning one into a power stone. If with only 43, my odds of getting a power stone really aren't all that good. Probably not going to spend like more than 9 minutes in here at this point. Because if I run on night vision potions, I'm going to basically be almost unable to see anything. Oh, so Hump Boy's getting close to Phazon Mines. So he's going to be shortly approaching one of the most difficult parts of the game. Because you gotta go through Phazon Mines level 1 and level 2, well, most of level 2, and then fight a boss that you can't lock onto, can't scan. And it's a really tough boss, unless you have the Wave Buster. If he has the Wave Buster, he's gonna have an easy time on it. Otherwise, it could very likely kill him. Not to mention, you have a long way to go without any save points. No, I'm talking about the invisible security drone. That's in the central dynamo where you get the power bombs from. It's basically pretty far into the game phase on mines. You fight the boss and then you do a little puzzle to get the power bombs in Prime 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's basically a mini boss you have to fight. This is like before Omega Pirate. Also before X-Ray Visor. I've never heard of Bleem, actually. Never heard of that game. Well, we can now get some more infusion stones here. I'll take whatever it gives me. I'll take those 3. I'm gonna get a lot of copper coins from here, I just know it. This looks interesting. This looks like a boss altar of sorts. Dystopian stone. I think I might actually just quickly take note of where this thing is. Looks like a boss altar. And I'm eventually gonna probably have to come back to it. Except I have all these pieces of paper. So I gotta just find the right one that says Dystopia on it so I can just take the notes there. There was a lawsuit against an emulator. This looks like... Okay, maybe this can be broken. I think I'm still probably gonna leave these anyways. Just to make sure I don't accidentally make it unusable. This guy looks like he's actually lost. It's a banker. Hence why I'm probably going to do my banking elsewhere where it's safer. He just flat out says it. You aren't safe here. Wait a minute. That's a Stalker Prime, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a Slender Man with 2 heads. Yeah, that was the rare mob right there. And he also has a unique drop, but I didn't get it. So I'll have to find another one of those. I'm probably going to actually want to start just heading back at this point to where the overworld portal is. If I stay here any longer, I might find myself in trouble. Okay, so the village is here. I'm probably not going to stay at it, though. I'll probably just look for villages later, perhaps. I mean, my main concern is finding Pixins at this point. I'll probably just focus on villages later. Is the Stalker Prime rare? Yes, it is. It's basically that 2-headed Slender Man clone. And he has a unique drop, but it's a 50-50 chance that you get it. Well, there's an uncharged orb drop. I'll take that. There's a Pixon. Give me that. I'll take that before I leave. Come on, Pixon. Hurry up, Pixon. Alright, let's run for it. That looks like just some more cages, I think. Well, I'm looking at a much better quality picture of the screen right now. It probably doesn't look like the absolute best on my stream. Like, the quality on the stream is not quite as good as the quality of, like, the actual Minecraft game that's running. So I'm seeing a lot better. Those guys all have only, like, one head. I just one-shot the Slenderman. Alright, so quickly, where's our portal? So now I gotta find our portal, and I'm probably somewhere close to it. I'm probably close enough to it, I just need to actually be able to spot it now. I don't know why I always have trouble finding this thing. Okay, I must see it now. That must be it. I was worried I was gonna not be able to find that thing, considering how dark it is there, once the night vision just goes away. But we found our portal. And I have 50 of these infusion stones, so we'll see if I get lucky and end up with a single power stone. Because as soon as I get that, I can basically just get luck of the C5 onto a fishing rod. So let's just see if I can get it straight away. Let's see if I just get lucky and get the power stone right away. I guess not. And I'm gonna need more night vision potions once I just go back out to Dystopia again. What DDLC mod am I playing next? I'm playing something short. Something specifically called Doki Doki Maltese Insanity. The Dokis get lost in Malta, which is a country. I think it's like in the southern part of Europe. Have I heard anything about not sure what he's doing this year? I haven't really been keeping up with that much as of late. Okay, so I actually managed to find one of my old shulker boxes. Well, it's a sort of comedy mod, actually. I actually found one of my old shulker boxes that just has some extra copper coins in it. I'm just more excited about having found the box again than what was in it. Who knows how many live streams that box was just sitting there for. I could have placed that like 80 live streams ago for all we know, and I just found it again. So I freaking found one of my old shulker boxes that has been sitting there for God knows how long. I think I'll make some more night vision potions at least for now. Because I do want to go back to Dystopia sometime soon. And then from there basically just try again, get myself that Power Stone. As soon as I get that, I can basically have a Luck of the Sea 5 fishing rod. I could maybe go back to Dystopia for a bit. I think I still got time. I spend a bit of time in there. Once I just basically prepare myself more potions so I can see what's going on in there. I don't know how I did it. I found one of my old shulker boxes. God knows how long it was there for, too. Probably make another stone bowl. So apparently I never picked up that shulker box. I just completely forgot where it was, and then I somehow just stumbled into it. And yes, I've been to Dystopia before, like a long time ago. And considering how, like, some of the key mobs you need to kill to progress have such a high hunter level requirement behind them, and considering how, like, some of the key mobs you need to progress have this really high requirement attached to them, that's basically the reason why I never really went to Dystopia much, aside from just making that first visit to get that Shirelands Realm Stone. Wasn't even much I could do there. I really didn't have the level requirements yet at that point. And now I'm basically just coming here still just to do infusion training and gathering Pixons. Right now I'm basically just looking for Pixons. Well, that's YouTube for you. I don't even know where the Dustevias are at this point. But they're sending me flying, that's what's going on. I don't think the Pixon's still there. I'm gonna just basically run for it now and try and find the next one. Probably gonna have to run faster. They're still basically following me. Oh, really now? And it took 2 hours to code. And how would it be better than the original? I think it's more like the 8-year-olds sub to these channels, and that's why they have millions of subs. Actually, no, I don't think I got that many subs and views in the good old days. So I have 22 more stones right now. I still want to keep on trying to just gather more. There we go, there's some more. Alright, there's another of those Gothic villages. More Goth villagers here. Mercars live in towers. Mercars that I can't kill yet because I don't have the hunter level for it. Be careful of the Stalker Prime. Well, I just killed one. It's an extremely dangerous creature, and I just took one out without too much effort. There's another banker. I'd never mine in the dark. Mortals in Dystopia? Yep, apparently. Wizard sells runes. That guy sells orbs. You'd ideally bring those to another dimension known as Lunaless and basically just make special weapons there with those orbs. You can buy some orbs from Dystopia and only in Dystopia, and then some orbs you can only get in Lunaless. So that's what those orbs are basically for. Okay, I thought I saw a Pixon somewhere around here. Never really got a chance to go actually grab it though. Now I can't see it anymore. Okay, I do hear a Pixon. I'm gonna go look for it. I see it now. Get me around here, please. Let me find the Pixon. I'm guessing maybe I've already harvested by now. I mean, it did just get 3 stones off it, so might be no more picks on. There's a bunch of random experience orbs here. I have no idea where these came from. And there's some more just lying around here, too. I have no idea where this stuff came from. What's a Pixon? It's those sparkly things you just find throughout certain dimensions that you use a stone bowl on them to just get infusion stones from. That's basically how you gather resources to train the infusion skill. Speaking of which, I hear another one. It's this black sparkly thing that you need to right-click with a stone bowl in one of your hands to harvest. And every time you get one, you get an infusion stone from it. You know, those little things you thought were fairies, those are basically just there so you can train infusion. Like, certain dimensions have, like, different types of Pixons just roaming around. And without, like, some sort of stone bowl or diamond bowl, you can't capture them. That's basically how you really get the resources to train infusion, and you also get experience by just capturing those. So Hebrew also has, like, gendered nouns and adjectives, I see. Yeah, like, the Romance languages also have that. Like, French, Spanish, Portuguese. Pretty sure also Italian. Those all have, like, gendered nouns and adjectives. English doesn't do this, though. Where it's basically like every noun and adjective has a gender assigned to it. And it's spelt slightly differently, maybe even pronounced slightly differently, based on which gender it is. It's even darker than I remembered it without the night vision potion. Like, you really can barely see what's going on. How would I even possibly spot any Pixons like that? With it being that dark, how would I see any Pixons? I'd still be able to hear them, but I'd really have trouble finding them. And even then, sometimes it's tricky enough even with night vision. It's just so much worse without night vision. A lot worse. There's another of these villages, it looks like. Looks like a village, but still doesn't really interest me right now. I'm still more interested in finding Pixons than villages at this point. Because I really just want to be able to say I got that Luck of the Sea 5 enchantment. I might just head out of Dystopia soon with the infusion stones I do have. Even though it is, like, not that... It's 38, it's not bad. Still could certainly be much better. Well, we're gonna have at least 40 after we harvest this Pixon. That puts me at 42 now. Oh, there's another one. Nice. That's just 4 more right there. That puts me at 46 now. That's a lot of man, isn't it? Let me get up to him. I suppose I'll take that out first. And just break my way in here. There's a lotto man. I'm gonna take note of this since this is the first lotto man I've seen in Dystopia. I have not yet seen one of these guys, so let me take note of this guy and his location. Because eventually I'll just come back to him and just buy some lotto totems, so I can just basically focus on now obtaining some more items. What exactly am I trying to acquire? I'm trying to get as many of these infusion stones as possible. To be more specific, I'm trying to turn one into a power stone. And obviously the more infusion stones I have, the better odds I have collectively of just getting one. Because with the Radiant Power Stone, I can actually use that on a fishing rod. And what that'll do is just give it Luck of the Sea, 5. Because I actually have a high enough infusion level to just get that from the infusion table. And this is an enchantment you basically can't get by any other means outside of just the infusion skill unless you cheat. So basically, Luck of the Sea is an enchantment that just increases your odds of getting catches from the treasure loot table when fishing. In vanilla Minecraft, the highest level you can get for Luck of the Sea is 3, but with this mod, only through infusion you can get it up to 5. But if you want to get to like level 5 Luck of the Sea, you have to go through the infusion skill. This way I can actually just much easier get treasure catches. And yes, enchanted books are among the treasure catches, and if I catch enough of those, I'll eventually just get a couple books with mending on them, which is essentially one of the best enchantments, and I just want to go for it by any means possible. I'm almost level 74 in Fusion already. Time's just been kind of flying by, and I've just been getting these infusion levels at this point. Seeing if there's any more Pixons around here, but it looks like there's not going to be any. I'm just going to go into the portal and leave at this point, I guess. So I don't have to consume another night vision potion. I'll just leave Dystopia again for now. We can always just return to it another time. And I'm already just racking up so many copper coins from all this. And I got a couple more lotto tokens that I'll eventually be spending. So again, let's just see if we got lucky. Let's see if we can get lucky and get this infusion stone now. Let's see if we can get the power stone off this now. No, we still didn't quite get it. And we're still not exactly at 74 infusion yet, but we're pretty damn close. We still didn't get it. I'm just thinking, do I want to keep trying this right now, or should I maybe just come back to it later? Really tempted to just go right back in. Thought I heard something rare. Yep. There's a bomb carrier. Drop some silver coins and some TNT. In case I want a TNT for any reason. Where'd you get Little Wizard from, anyways? Little medic? Little physicist? Oh, you thought a physicist was a medic? What if I turn this up even further? This being render distance. It must have been autocorrect being weird. I never seen that. Okay, so someone else came up with the Slenderman design first, but it just got less exposure than Slenderman, I assume. Right, there's another Pixon. Only got 2 infusion stones out of it. Honestly, I have no idea. $74 infusion. Pretty nice. here before it blows up. Thanks. I honestly have no idea if this is gonna blow up this series. It's already gone on for pretty long as it is anyways. Still basically has like a small cult following and nothing really outside of that. That looks like another Lotto Man right there. But I actually still have one that's actually closer to my base. I'll probably stick with that one instead. So they spawn in these cages, but most of the cages are actually just empty. Oh no, I only have 11 stones right now on me. I was really hoping I could have come across just more of them. I currently only have 11 of these on me at the moment. That's another Lotto Man right up there. It looks like just a bunch of towers that spawn right next to each other. I want to get a closer look at these towers. This seems to have generated right next to each other. Wow. These two towers generated right next to each other, basically. And then there's another similar tower just right over there, too. If I drop in, I'm probably going to regret it, so I'm not going to do that. I can't fight those guys, so I definitely don't want to just drop in there. Oh, neat. I want to make the upstep like, oh, Skrillex. I'm still pretty fond of that guy. Actually, no, I don't have the hunter level required to take them on. Because there are some enemies in this mod that you need a certain hunter level to actually be able to damage in the first place. And my hunter level still isn't high enough, despite it being level 72. That's still not high enough to fight whatever's in that tower. And I guess maybe those are the Murkhires. Like, if I'm not mistaken, there's 3 hunter mobs and I can't fight any of them yet. I need to just get hunter to go up further. Looks like I've just barely found any Pixons. I still have only 11 of these infusion stones on me right now. That's basically like almost nothing. Well, that finally broke our dry streak. I like that analogy. I certainly thought it was going to be even deadlier, but I'm actually holding out just fine, basically. In fact, I might even be having an easier time here than I did in the Abyss, because it's not like there's any mobs that can just pull me towards them. Actually, there are some that can jolt you in random directions, but they spawn in specific structures, which are very easy to just spot ahead of time. And those two are also hunter mobs, by the way. Yeah, like there's 3 hunter mobs in this dimension. The lowest leveled one requires level 79 hunter to damage. There's also these guys in this little tower here as well. There's these guys up here that I also cannot fight. And then there's like a cage that holds another mob, which is actually the highest hunter level requirement mob in this entire mod, at hunter level 95. You basically need 95 plus hunter to fight the mobs in like the cages. Not those cages, like bigger ones made out of bricks and iron bars. Like, you will definitely notice them as you come across them. It's this thing right here. It's that cage that has those mobs in it. I don't know why I literally just can't find Pixons right now. I got only 15 infusion stones on this third trip. That's basically almost nothing. So this is basically the cage with the 95 hunter mob in it. There's another Lotto Man sitting here who somehow got out of his cage. Not quite sure how he clipped out, because they usually spawn inside those cages. Pixons only like to spawn around certain areas in a dimension. I thought they just spawned wherever, but they didn't spawn frequently. How do we know that they spawn in certain areas? I'm pretty sure that does not work. I'm pretty sure you have to get the hunter level or you simply can't damage the mob in any way. I remembered seeing... I'm trying to think... I don't remember like who the guy was, but I remembered he did like a survive for 100 days in hardcore Minecraft with every mod in this giant mod pack. Advent of Ascension was included in the mod pack. And he actually started off in a savanna biome and tried to just stick with the savanna biome. The hunter mob certainly made his life harder because he couldn't damage them. I think about like halfway into his 100-day survival challenge, he actually found like another mod that let him just basically set up a whole village. He said he lived in a village that generated a whole village for him, full of townspeople who would also try and defend their village from outside threats. The villagers couldn't even kill the bone back either. That being one of the savannah mobs that has like a 12 hunter requirement. Like even outside help from other mods can't actually damage enemies that like you don't have the hunter level requirement for. So basically the answer to your question is no. I was hoping my villager friends would help me. They can't even kill whatever this mob is either. Socks for one. I think that was actually him. That name rings a bell. It might have been him. So basically, like, if the hunter mob is basically above your hunter level, it basically simply doesn't take damage from anything. So I might need to just try and find these certain areas in which Pixons spawn in, because that's starting to feel like it might be true. I must not be in one of those areas where Pixons appear. Sometimes you can find quite a few just spawning around, sometimes you literally can't find any. So it might be tied to area or something like that. Cruiseless spawners, which are called cruiseless caves, is a questionable choice because they look more like cages than caves. Especially since they're not even underground. They're above ground and they're cages. So basically what we're trying to say is I should just find an area where there's Pixons and kind of just stick to that area rather than just actually roam around freely. I typically don't really see them in the sky. They're usually on the ground anyways. I'm seeing another Lotto Man here. Too busy looking for Pixons to really stop to talk to him though. Might just have to find an area where I actually see Pixons and sort of just stick to it at this point. I feel like that was actually working better than just roaming around randomly. I thought I finally saw a Pixon, but no, it just looks like another flower. Okay, now I see one. Finally, now I see another Pixon. Took me long enough to just find that. So I guess I should maybe actually stay within this area to try and find Pixons. And not stray too far away from it. Okay, maybe I won't be able to actually stay here. These are mobs I can't kill because I don't have the hunter requirement for it yet. So maybe I won't be able to stay specifically here. Yeah, now I'm finding Pixons again. Just by being in this area. Now I'm starting to get plenty of mobs chasing me, it looks like. Okay, so Pixons do seem to appear in this area. The one near those enemies you can't even hit if you don't have the hunter level for it, which I currently do not. So I'm trying this whole strategy now to just stay in this immediate area. I just wish it would be easier to actually do this. Alright, now these guys are trying to just catch me in the corner here. Now they're trying to trap me. I've let way too many mobs just spawn here at this point. I don't think I can stay here any longer. It's probably too dangerous. Not to mention, many of these guys I can't even hit. Can't even damage those guys with the red swords above their heads. So I'm probably gonna have to just leave the area. Too dangerous to just stay in it at this point. There's way too many guys there for me to really gain any control of it back. There's another village. Must have passed by this one earlier, perhaps. So I have only 20 infusion stones on me right now, still. I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours at this point. And this trip, like, I just basically got only 20 infusion stones because I barely found any Pixons to train with. So that's my portal right there if I want to just leave Dystopia at this point. Gonna see if there are actually any Pixins right near here. See if they maybe actually do spawn just very close to my portal. Still not really seeing any at the moment. Okay, I do see one over here. They do kind of spawn near the portal, which is nice. Alright, I got so many guys on me at this point. There's guys everywhere. I swear as soon as I kill one, something else just finds me. Alright, so that's the Pixon I was trying to harvest earlier. Might stay around here until I start to lose into the night vision potion effect. See if maybe we can just scoop up a couple more Pixons before leaving. So they seem to be appearing around here. Oh, there's another one. So I guess if I just stick around here, it might actually work for the best. I'll probably have to get used to doing a lot more fighting, though, if I don't move around too much. And this will certainly get me a lot of copper coins just by killing all these guys. How are these guys gonna freaking spawn here? I literally can't get my health to heal up because these guys just keep spawning and giving me wither. And now I'm starting to finally find Pixins again. Apparently I should just actually stay right next to my portal and pick them up there. Yeah, apparently they spawn kind of frequently around my portal. And that's basically all I need to just do. Stay close to it and then just grab the Pixins as I see them. I'll probably just head out again with what I did yet. So I guess I'm gonna have to remember to stay next to the Dystopia portal. And just gather my Pixons like so. And we'll need all new night vision potions again. I basically, again, have only one left. Alright, so please give me a Power Stone now. Even though the odds are against me, I'm still gonna just shoot for it anyways. And we got the Radiant Power Stone. Yes! We got it. Turns out the next 34 stones were enough to get it. Just a little over 3 hours into the stream, we got ourselves the Radiant Power Stone. So I'm gonna now get my fishing rod out and have it ready to be enchanted. Yeah, Link's good news. I can now enchant this. Except, let me just quickly look up to see what sort of enhancer you use on it. Because I don't exactly remember. Infusions themed around enchanting. It's not damage, it's not durability, I'm gonna guess it's magic. It's magic enhancers, and I think I already do have those set up right now. I'm guessing it's the purple ones, and I already have those set up. Yep, those are already sitting there. So now I need to just get this enchanted. I already have the enhancer set up perfectly. Luck of the Sea 5. There we go. And I'm like just barely over a quarter of the way to level 75 infusion. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it might be level 81 infusion I then need to hit to get Lure 5 as well. Luck of the Sea 5. I'll probably just get Lure 5 as soon as I hit 81 infusion, then this will basically be my new God Fishing Rod right here. And let me guess, I can't combine these properly on an anvil, it won't work. I'll go down to Luck of the Sea 3 if I combine these. Like, I can't properly combine these on the enchantment table. This Lure 4 goes down to Lure 3. Like I said, you have to actually just go through the infusion skill to get Luck of the Sea to go above level 3, and I got to level 5. And that is, like, the highest it can go. So, yeah, once we can finally get 81 infusion, I'm just gonna quickly double check again, I think it is 81. Once we finally get that, I'm gonna have my God Fishing Rod. Lure 4 is level 41, Lure 5 is, yes, level 81 for Lure 5. Then we'll have a God Fishing Rod, basically, once we have 81 in infusion. So, just wow. We got our Power Stone we wanted. So I'll probably just leave it at this for now and maybe do more infusion training the next stream. Because once I can hit 81, I can basically just get lure 5 onto that fishing rod, and then we're going to have the best fishing rod available basically for training, hauling, and also just trying to get all those rare treasure catches from the fishing loot table. I don't feel like just taking lure 4 straight away. I'd rather just get to lure 5. So essentially what it's going to do is just catch stuff really quickly with the high lure level, and with luck of the C5, I'll just be pretty frequently hitting like the rare catches on the treasure enchantment table. It's actually going to slow me down when it comes to actually just gaining hauling levels, but I would just want to have more chances of getting a mending book, so that's basically what I'm going for with this setup here.